Psychological barriers. Psychological barriers arise in the mind of human mind. It is very complex thing to understand. We face many things, sometimes some conflict due to situation or surrounding events. So these barriers are bound to arise, but the real problem is that people do not accept that these barriers exist. Due to status, old age, and ego problem, many times psychological barriers are created. These are difficult to overcome because people do not accept that they face barriers or they lack proper understanding to face the world. Here, there are some examples of psychological barriers. Ego. Ego is attitude. I am great feeling can create barriers in mind. Ego barriers create conflict in human relations. Prejudice, that is the biased mind. Here, the prejudiced minds, people, here they have the prejudiced mind about the community, caste, religion, or the person. Basis is very negative for communication. Prejudice can hamper the communication. Emotions and feelings. Emotional disturbances of the sender or receiver can distort, that is, change the communication. Then, halo effect. Like or dislike about a person can create halo or harm effect that can affect communication. Self-image. Positive or negative image about self is the way of looking at the world. A negative self-image can destroy or hamper the communication. Such people always think negatively and do not look at things or events very properly. Filtering in messages. Messages are filtered intentionally. We always try to defend ourselves or protect ourselves during some problems, so that many times messages are changed by the inferiors. Closed mind. Most of the time our mind are closed or not able to learn new things. With old things or with old age or change in attitude, this problem is observed. Then the another is status. Status create a barrier in the employees. Higher or lower status create an obstacle in thinking or mixing with people. People keep distance while communicating due to status barrier. Perception. The way we look at the world, our attitude determines our communication. Strategy, wrong or negative perception can create difficulty in communication. People who have negative perception or think negatively look at everything or event negative. Poor retention. Ability to retain the message or remember is important, but if it is poor, then communication becomes difficult. Interest and attitudes. Interest and attitudes of people determines the communication. Strategy, lack of interest or wrong attitude can lead improper communication. And last one is daydreaming. Many students have habits of dreaming or thinking about something else when some lecture is going or one talk is going on. At that time, they dream something else. This obstructs the communication and messages are not reached properly. This is called the daydreaming. Means the person or the student is physically present there, but mentally he is wandering somewhere. Then the another point, the emotional barriers in communication. The emotional barrier is a quite simple and exactly how it sounds. The emotional barrier is a mental limitation that prevents you from openly communicating your thoughts and feelings. It has the potential of preventing you from being your authentic self as it affects your emotions and feelings. An emotional barrier to communication is often the result of low emotional intelligence, also known as emotional awareness or control. However, a better understanding of our feelings and emotions can help us communicate better. Overcoming emotional barriers isn't easy because yes, because of our feelings and emotions can help the communication better. These are some of the points of the emotional barriers. Where in addition to that, anger is there, pride, interference, and anxiety is also a very important point in the emotional communication. Then, about the anger, imagine you are having a heated argument with someone. You may lash out, saying hurtful things that you didn't mean. Anger can affect the way you behave because your mind processes information in a different way. When anger affects thinking, you are likely to express yourself in unhealthy ways and negatively, impacting your interpersonal relationships. Then, the another point is of the pride interference. Pride is an emotional barrier that influences the way you pursue others. It prevents you from focusing on anyone's view and opinions other than your own. For example, you are likely to dominate a conversation because you don't value what the other person is saying. This prevents you from hearing out what others have to say or contribute to a conversation. Then, anxiety causes distractions. Anxiety and fear are common emotions. When it comes to communication, there are various types of the anxieties that influences an individual's communication skill and styles. For example, social anxiety can prevent you from approaching strangers at a party. Generic anxiety can make public speaking seem like an ordeal. This is the part of the emotional barrier. With this, I conclude. Thank you. Good day.